Ladies and gentlemen, Teofimo Lopez, ladies and gentlemen, will be going into battle against Josh Taylor this Saturday. You do not want to miss it, ladies and gentlemen. It is going down. It's Flight Sports TV. It's going to be a masterpiece of a fight. I mean, I'm telling you, the Kingpin versus Teofimo Lopez, the takeover is going down. It don't get no better than this. And I'm here to tell you right now that Teofimo Lopez refuses to apologize for his remarks and comments pertaining to Josh Taylor. I'm pretty sure we all know these remarks. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. It's Flight Sports if you're rocking with boxing. Teofimo, Josh Taylor, the whole nine. Now listen, this is going to be a great fight, I think, for both parties involved. We all know what we all expect from Josh Taylor, but I really think the real question is Teofimo Lopez. I truly believe that all eyes and antennas will be on Teo for various reasons. You know, we all know what took place in his two previous fights. You know, things haven't went ideal since the Cambosis bout. But still, at the end of the day, Teofimo Lopez is very dangerous. He's on a lot of people's big boards, you know, for potential opponents and things of that nature. But it's crazy. So let's get into this report, ladies and gentlemen. Teofimo Lopez says he refuses to apologize for saying what he wants to do. We all know he wanted to end Josh Taylor, the WBO lightweight, the light welterweight champion. According to Teofimo Lopez, you know, people wanted him to apologize, for example, you know, of calling boxing. So, he basically is saying that boxing is getting soft because people are pressuring him to apologize, you know, and basically he said he almost lost it all in the ring against George Kambosos Jr. We all know that was an electrifying fight. I really would have liked to seen if they would have ran it back, but that's neither here nor there. I mean, we can't have it all in the sport of boxing, but I mean, it is what it is. You know, Teofimo ultimately, you know, lost that bout. It is what it is. So, Teo says, this is his words, quote for quote. He says that basically losing it all is a part of the sport, and it happens as a result. He's not going to apologize for saying that he wants to end, you know, Josh Taylor. And like I said, it's going to be crazy, man. Like I said, this fight is going to be star-studded at Madison Square Garden in Teofimo Lopez's backyard. You know, I don't think this is a fight that Teo could go ahead and lose. You know, I really think this is a must-win in my opinion. I think, like I said, coming up the Kambosos fight, everybody viewed Teo as just one of the most electrifying boxers. And if he was to somehow take a nasty loss again, I think it could be very detrimental to his whole entire, you know, future in the sport. You know, I mean, he's like I said, he's very important. He's the truth, but and never know what's going to be his situation with Top Rank, you know, if this is all she wrote. We've heard numerous reasons and things on what he's going to do. You know, we've heard also a possibility, a situation with him going, to maybe even the PBC, you know, getting a fight done with Javante. We all know that fight is in the cards. That could go down. So, I mean, it's interesting. You know, all I can tell the people right now is boxing is in an incredible place. You know, with all of these fights happening all at once. We just had Clarissa, we just had Haney, and now we got this fight. I mean, what's next? I mean, seriously, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss 1 second of this coverage. You know, this fight at the Garden is going down, man. Josh Taylor, the kingpin of this division. We got to pay the utmost homage. 19-0, no losses, no draws. The WBO World Super Lightweight Champion from Scotland. You already know what it is. Shout out Edinburgh, shout out Haddington, the whole nine. It's Flight Sports TV. You already know what it is. Salute. Up until this week, there hasn't been a huge buzz about the Taylor-Teofimo fight, partly due to the lack of huge promotional push. But also because of the fighters themselves. The former unified lightweight champion Teofimo, who likes to embellish his credentials by calling himself former Undisputed, hasn't done a lot of interviews until this week. So perhaps to make up for the invisibility, Teofimo is going overboard with his comments. You know, as you can see, Teo is hitting it hard. This has been a crazy week. They've even engaged, and we've seen this a lot lately. I don't know if, I don't want to say that people are, because we usually see this with the networks, but now fighters are orchestrating a situation where they are being on camera with one another prior to the fight. So I think that's all special, man, in my humble opinion. I truly believe that. You know, everything that's going on, you know, with how they promoting it now, I think people are going to be bringing awareness. I do think that, is it going to draw numbers like a Tank fight? No. The Devin Haney fight? Probably not. I mean, that fight was hugely publicized, and like I said, everybody talked about it. Everybody had an opinion on that fight, you know, but it is what it is at the end of the day. But real boxing fans know that Teofimo Lopez is fighting. Everybody's going to keep an eye on it to see what's going on. He is the takeover for a reason. You know, he's very respected in the sport, despite, you know, things teetering for him a little bit. You see Shakur, he rocks with him. A lot of fighters, they will go to bat for Teofimo Lopez. And you have to respect Teofimo because, you know, in this era where people scared to fight, scared to do this, remember, Teo was the one who was able to put his Teo was able to put his undefeated streak on the line, where you see fighters now where they'll be damned if they did. You know, so give him credit for that, for giving the fans what the fans want to see and pushing boxing forward. You know, because we get so caught up in this and that, but we gotta just at least acknowledge that. I want to give some more quotes. He says, I'm looking like the person that I need to look like on June 10th. I use that as fuel. This is what Teo says about the criticism he's received. People forget that I nearly lost it all. He says he beat Regis, he beat Ivan, and he's beaten a lot of top fighters. Jose Ramirez, he went and collected all the belts to become undisputed. So you've got two guys, former undisputed, fighting each other, the best against the best. And what's boxing, that is what boxing is all about. He holds the Ring magazine that identifies the champion of champions, and that's what we're fighting for in this fight. In this fight here, in my eyes, no one has beaten Josh Taylor. He's technically undisputed, but people will say, they're going to say, people still dispute his undisputed. So clearly, the number one goal is beating Josh Taylor, you know. And he says it here, beating Taylor makes him the kingpin at 140. We make it look easy because we're on a different level. I'm ready now. Give it to me now. This is what Teofimo Lopez says. So we will figure out, and Teo has been studying Taylor very closely. We're going to get all into it, man. Make sure you subscribe to Flight Sports. You do not want to miss it. Peace and love.